my name is BaBamMan. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Welcome back to the first video from Starting Anew. Today, we're starting a new series called Storytime, and this is basically where I play like survival games and tell you stories like about my life and just stuff that's kind of interesting to listen to. And yeah, so I guess we'll just get right into it. So today's story is going to be about, let's see, the camping trip, and I'll actually get into this more in depth. Basically, it's not a camping trip, it's a day hike, basically. That's what it was, and it went as a group. We had a group, and we just went all as a group because these people in the group, they were like, oh yeah, we've been there, it's really beautiful back there. So it's like, okay, it's a 1 to 2 hour drive there, so it was beautiful. It was very pretty and a good sight to see. But on the other hand, we didn't know all the things that could happen on a day hike in one day. So yeah, I'm just gonna start the game here, and then I'll talk to you a little bit more about it. Okay guys, so we are in the game, and yeah, so this story all starts when, like I said, we're going to go on a day hike and we're gonna have some fun, just a simple little day hike. And yeah, it was all fun, and I had a good time because nothing happened to me. But on our first hike, there were 2 hikes back there. It was in a little canyon area, and our first hike, we were like, okay, nice and pretty. It was pretty, and it was a good 30 minutes in, and there was a lot of climbing, which I liked because I love to climb on rocks and whatever. And like I said, we went as a group, so there was little kids all the way to old, grandpas and grandmas. And so all that being said, we walked in there and we had lunch, and we were like, okay. But turns out that, oh wow, I got nothing. Turns out it was actually that we actually had missed somebody. Nope, there was this one dad who wasn't there, and we were like, uh-oh, this ain't good, dude. And it wasn't because we sent a little tiny group to go look after him, and they didn't come back, and their plan was to go to the car, and if they didn't come back, then that means that they didn't find him. So we assigned a group to stay where we stopped to eat lunch. And yeah, that pretty much turned out to be a big mess because a big group went along with us to go search for him, and nothing. And then finally, the other group calls us on one of our phones and says, we found him, everything's okay. And we were like, wow, okay then. So I guess the guy was following these kids that were going somewhere, and then he kind of got lost track of them, and then he just started to walk around like the whole, I don't know what he was doing. He just started to walk around like the whole thing and see if he could just come back in time, so that way nobody would worry about him. And his kids were super young, so like if they even know what was going on, like we didn't tell them because they would have gotten like so horrified and like really sad, and probably really scary for them because their dad is missing. And the little one was like little enough to the point where she wouldn't even understand if we told her. So later on, like if that guy was never found again, then we would have some problems. And yeah, so we're just, oh no, we're just doing parkour up here, aren't we? Anyways, we found him, and his wife was super happy, and yeah, it was all rejoicing and all that jazz. Anyways, that's not half of the story. That's not even, like I said, not even half. Okay, we're just gonna get this test. Oh yes, that's what I was hoping, but I need another diamond. Anyways, sorry about this. I keep on like focusing on the game. Let's see here. What else? Do we have anything better? No, we don't. I want to get that up there. Okay, so yeah, that pretty much leads to that hike, and we're all like, okay, how worse can it get? Obviously quite worse, because we decided to go on the next hike. We were like, nothing's gonna go wrong. We're all gonna be fine. And turned out, like I said, wasn't the case. So we start going to the next hike. We're like, what? Nothing will happen. We get in there, and this is actually like better than the first one because it was so beautiful, awesome views, awesome everything basically. And like I said, a lot of climbing. This area was full of climbing. I'm surprised there's not a chest in here. Like, where is the chest? Anyways, so yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just concentrating on the game. So we get there, and this kid in the group, thankfully not the kid of the guy who, you know, did that, but who got lost. But he was the kid of another guy, and they were really nice. They were a nice family. This kid decides to climb up like a dried out waterfall, and it's really steep, but there's like little incline, so it goes so it's kind of like that. And he decides to climb it because another older kid who was more, you know, experienced decided that he was gonna go and he was gonna climb all the way up there. So the kid tries to do it, and right as he got to like the second incline, we were going to leave. Crap! I didn't do anything to you. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I didn't do anything. Get. No! Gosh. Okay guys, so as I was saying, this kid, you know, he's starting to come back down. He's like, hey, you know, the other kid, he was talking to the other kid, he's like, you know, we need to get back down. He's like, okay, so that guy starts to make his way down, and that's not the guy who gets in trouble, obviously, but, so this kid is getting down on the second incline, so he's basically getting to the base, and I was right by him at the time, because I got to the bottom of it, and then I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, so I started to go back, and I was in the middle of doing this crawl, because it was like a slot canyon, and there was water under me, so I had to do like the spider crawl across the wall, and it wasn't too deep, but, luckily I made it there. But like right in the middle of doing that, this kid starts yelling. I look over, and this kid literally fell off the rock onto, and it looked like he bounced when he hit the rock, and it looked like he landed on his head or his arm or something, but he said his leg hurt and his ankle, so so we carried him out, and that took like 30 minutes. It was crazy. It took a long time to carry him out, just of that one little area. So that was quite of an adventure. We got him out there. He was perfectly fine. It was just a ankle, and that's pretty much all it was, and it was healed in like a couple weeks. But all that said, our luck was not very well that day. So we're like, okay, you know, it's time to go, because actually there wasn't anything else at the time to do. Ooh, nice, that's nice. Okay, there wasn't anything else to do. What? Oh, there wasn't anything else to do, any more hikes or anything. So we just said, okay, let's go. So another person in the group, they're like, our tire is flat. So their tire is flat, and we had to fix that as well, and oh my gosh, it's a big mess. So luckily, that was the end of our bad luck. It was a pretty interesting day. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, yeah, so let me know what you think of these, because, you know, I don't even know if they're good. I mean, do you really like listening to me talk? That's what I thought. Anyways, is there actually chests on the roofs? I never knew if there were, but like, oh, found a chest. Anyways, so yeah, we're just gonna finish up the match here, and ooh, TNT. We're just gonna finish up this little quick match and see. Actually, we're gonna see how we do here, and yeah, I guess that actually wraps the story up. If you guys would like to listen to any more story times, please leave a like. Make sure I know that you want to hear more and see more. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little little bit story time, I guess. I guess it's okay. Listen, it was okay. I probably could do better. So, if you guys would like me to improve on anything, please leave a like. No, not leave a like. Please tell me in the comment section, because like I said, I want to focus more on one type of video game, but I'm not even sure if I'm just going to focus on Minecraft. I might focus on other video games as well. So, enough talking for me. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.